Hi friends, today we are going to be talking about perimeter. So let's come over here and look at our whiteboard. Right here I have the definition of perimeter. The perimeter is the length of the outline of a shape or a path that encompasses a two-dimensional shape. So right here I have drawn 4 shapes and they're outlined for these 4 shapes. So we have a rectangle, a triangle, a square, and an octagon. And right down here we have another shape that we'll get to in a little while. So if we start with our rectangle, I took it and I outlined it, and now we're going to measure our sides. But first, I labeled each side with an A, a B, an A, and another B. What that means is these 2 sides are congruent and these 2 sides are congruent because they're the same length. So I'm going to take my handy dandy tape measure, and I'm going to measure side A first. Side A is about 2.5. My marker is in my pocket. Oh, but wait, we need to know the unit of measurement. And I wrote it right up here. The unit of measurement is inches. So we need to keep inches in our head for later. So I'm going to write A equals 2.5. And now we need to know what B is. I'm going to take my tape measure again. Start here. And it is about 5.5. So B equals 5.5 inches. I need to remember inches. Okay, so let's talk about the formula for a rectangle. So perimeter is going to equal 2 times A and B. So we're going to do this. We're going to go parentheses A plus B. We're going to come over here. And our A and our B, we need to add our A and our B together. So we're going to go 5.5 plus 2.5. 5 plus 5 is 10. And 5 plus 2 is 7. Carry the 1, and it's 8. So 8 times 2. We don't need a calculator to do this. So we're going to go P equals 2 times 8 equals 16. 16 inches is our perimeter of our rectangle. And let's check this out real quick. Since my ruler or tape measure is quite flexible, we are going to start right here. We're going to wrap our ruler around our shape. Let's make sure this is right, and it ends at 16. So 16 inches. This is the perimeter of our rectangle, and it is 16 inches long. So we did our calculations correct, and this is a good visualization of how long the outline of our rectangle is. So let's go back over here, and let's do our triangle. So our sides are labeled differently from our rectangle. We have an A, a B, and a C. So I'm going to take out this once again. I'm going to do this. So A equals 2.5 inches. B equals 5.5 inches, and C, because they're all different lengths, so is 6 inches. So let me get this. C equals 6 inches. So the formula for a perimeter of a triangle is, we're just going to add all of our lengths together. So it's P equals A plus B plus C. So we're going to go P equals 2.5 plus 5.5 plus 6. We are going to use our calculator for this, just to make sure our calculations are correct. We're going to clear this, so we're going 2.5 plus 5.5 plus 6 equals 14. So this equals 14 inches. Rightio. Okay, and our third shape, we're gonna look at our label. So it's A. And what we can deduce from this is each side is congruent with each other. So each side is going to equal the same amount. So instead of measuring all 4 sides, let's just measure 1. I get 2.5. Okay. So if all of our sides are the same shape, we don't need to add them all together. We can do this quickly by saying 4 times A equaled 2.5 inches. 4 times 2.5. So, I'm just gonna do this on my calculator so we make sure we get it right. 2.5 times 4 equals 10. So, the perimeter of our square is 10 inches. Nice. Okay, this triangle, this is square, and last we have this stop sign toy, but we're going to be outlining the side of it and measuring it. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. So we will be measuring an octagon. And I went ahead and labeled each side with an A. So we know each side is going to be the same length. So we're going to come over here, and we only need to measure one side. And now each side is 2 inches long. So my marker right here. So our perimeter formula for an octagon is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times A. And we know our A is 2 inches. So we're going to go 8 times. P equals 8 times 2. P equals 16 inches. So we now know the perimeter for each of our shapes. So now that we've practiced finding the perimeter for different shapes, we are going to put this into a real world situation. So why would we need to know perimeter in a real world situation? Let's think about it. So if you're hanging Christmas lights across the roof of your house, you need to know how long this side of the roof is, that side of the roof is, or like up this way, down this way, across. You need to know the perimeter of your roof. So you can measure the length of the lights you need. So if you're hanging Christmas lights, you know that you need to know the perimeter of the roof. If you're buying furniture and you only have so much space in your house, you need to know the perimeter of the couch you need to buy, or the TV, or the bookshelf. And if you're ever building a fence, you need to know the perimeter of your yard so you can tell a company, or you need to know how much material you need to buy. So in this situation, we're going to be measuring my keyboard because I just got a new desk and I need to make sure my keyboard and my computer both fit. So we're going to be measuring the perimeter of my keyboard to make sure it fits, or if I need to rearrange my desk to make sure it'll fit in a different pattern. So let's take our keyboard and our handy dandy tape measure. We are going to measure out 16 inches. And this shape looks pretty similar to this shape up here. So I'm gonna go B, A, B, A. So for this top one, we know B equals 16 inches. And we need to know this side, A, to finish our equation, our formula. And it is 4.5. So A equals 4.5 inches. So if we go over here and we write P equals 2 times A plus B, we are going to know that we need to add A and B together, so 16 plus, I'm going to put a 0 down here, 4 plus 0.5, so 0 plus 5 is 5. We're going to put our decimal down. We're going to go 6 plus 4 equals 10. We're going to carry our 1, and that's 2. So we have 20.5. So P equals 2 times 20.5. We are going to use our calculator. I'm going to type this up here. So 20.5 times 2 equals 41. So the perimeter of my keyboard equals 41 inches. Perfect. So now I have this information, I can go downstairs and measure out the space that I need for my keyboard, or I can rearrange my desk to make sure I have enough space for my 41-inch rectangle. And that is today's lesson, friends. Thank you.